I'm Leanne from Bat Lady Herbals, and welcome to my video. Today I wanted to introduce you to a plant that grows here in Florida, and it also is more well known for the Asian variety. But the important thing about it is I also want to teach you about a look-alike that everyone wants to get out of their lawn and how to tell them apart. So, this little plant down here is Gotu Kola, or Centella asiatica. It's a common plant used in traditional Chinese medicine. But right next to it, let's see, right here, is its look-alike, dollarweed, otherwise known as hydrocordal umbellata. Now, as you can see, they do have some similarities. But the first thing I want to point out is how the stem is attached to the leaf. And the dollarweed, it's attached at the center, giving it a more round appearance. That's actually where it gets the name dollarweed, because it looks like a silver dollar. Now, the Gotu Kola, the stem comes in at the side, giving it more of an arrowhead kind of shape. The other thing I want to point out is that while they're both serrated, dollarweed's serrations point inwards, whereas Gotu Kola's point outwards. Giving this much more of a spiky appearance. Now, Gotu Kola is more well known in the traditional Chinese medicine sphere, but it's used in Ayurvedic medicine as well. And this specific species is actually native to North America. A lot of the ancient Native American tribes used to use it in their medicine for a variety of purposes. As you can probably tell, both of these herbs like to be close to water. Usually dollarweed likes to have its feet continuously wet, so it'll be in the more wet areas, usually just in the waterline or just out of the waterline of a lake or a river. Whereas Gotu Kola likes being close to the water, but it doesn't like having its feet wet quite as much, so it's going to be a little bit further on the bank. But oftentimes you see them growing pretty close together because they do both enjoy the water so much. Now, both of these plants can be used almost interchangeably. So everything I'm going to tell you about the Gotu Kola pretty much can be used in the dollarweed as well. The dollarweed, however, is not quite as potent in most of these cases. So you're going to need to have more of it than you would of the Gotu Kola. But they're both delicious. Can be eaten in salads, used as soup stock. But the Gotu Kola is a bit more bitter generally. However, Gotu Kola is also a very special herb in the fact that it grows in like little clumps of patches, and each patch is going to have a slightly different flavor. They're all going to be slightly bitter, but some of them you might find are more mild than others. Now, Gotu Kola is an amazing little herb, and in Chinese medicine, its name translates to the herb of life. Basically, we've all heard the apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, same concept goes for this Gotu Kola. One leaf a day is said to be enough to extend your life and to keep you looking young throughout your entire life. Gotu Kola is an adaptogen. It helps your body adapt to stressful situations, helps you flush out those stress hormones that get released whenever our fight or flight syndrome is triggered. But right now, it's most known for its effect on the brain. It's a stimulant for the brain, but it's one of those rare herbs that while it stimulates brain function and memory, it doesn't do so in an overly stimulating way. So it can be safely used with people who have ADHD. It helps you increase your concentration and your memory without pushing you over the edge into like a jittery caffeinated high that some of these stimulating herbs Gotu Kola can be very, very helpful for Alzheimer's patients, because while it does stimulate the memory, it also helps to stave off a lot of the other symptoms of Alzheimer's. Gotu Kola is also a really great herb for all kinds of anti-aging effects, including on your circulatory system. It helps not only strengthen the walls of your blood vessels and tones your entire circulatory system, but it also helps reduce the appearance of varicose veins. Because of its amazing effect on the circulatory system, it can also be used in certain men's issues. However, the dollar weed here is a little bit more potent for that. It's kind of gotten a reputation for poor man's Viagra, because it does increase blood flow to those areas just like Viagra does. So while Gotu Kola is stimulating for the brain, it also does not overstimulate to the point of anxiety attacks. In fact, it's actually a really good herb to call on to help reduce anxiety attacks. If you're prone to anxiety attacks, try taking 1 leaf a day, just eating 1 leaf, and it should lessen the amount of anxiety attacks you have and the frequency of them. Also the intensity of them. It's also a great herb if you are looking to improve the quality of your hair. Not really sure if it works too well for male pattern baldness, but it has been shown to thicken the hair and to make the hair be a little bit more healthy, probably because of its high vitamin and mineral count. This is a really nutritious herb. Not only is Gotu Kola a great stimulant for the brain and the circulatory system, it's also a stimulant for the immune system. It helps get your immune system going, and it also draws it to the place where it's needed the most, which makes it a great herb for your wounds. It helps heal wounds faster and prevent scarring. It's also a great anti-aging herb in general because it helps to reduce fine lines and wrinkles, helps keep away those varicose veins, and it's an amazing antioxidant in general, so it helps your body on so many levels with the aging process. Now, in some cultures, Gotu Kola is used to help detoxify the body because it is a great detoxifying herb. It helps stimulate the liver and the kidneys to get rid of all those toxins that build up in your body. However, it's so good at this that especially in Thailand, it's used to help patients who have opium poisoning. And in other cultures, there's other poisons that it's used to flush out of your system as well. There is a bit of a caution with it though, since it does stimulate your cardiovascular system, and it is a bit of a stimulate for your entire body. If you are taking certain medications, you want to check with your doctor before adding this to your daily regimen, especially if you're taking any blood thinners or heart medications. Also, its safety during pregnancy and breastfeeding is in question. It should be safe in small doses, but larger doses could cause problems. So if you are wanting to add this herb to your regimen and you may be pregnant or you may be breastfeeding, make sure you talk to your doctor, your midwife, anyone who's helping you with your health during this time before you start taking this herb. Thank you for joining me today on my adventure with Gotu Kola and dollarweed. Once again, I'm Leanne from Bat Lady Herbals. Please like and subscribe, share this video with all of your friends. Find me on Patreon and become a patron. If you have any questions about what that entails, please contact me or put it in the comments down below. If you want me to cover a specific subject, I would love to answer all those questions that you might have for it. Please comment down below as well. Also, find my blog at batladyherbals.com. And I will see you next time.